Gabriel Medina, three-time world champ, a previous champ at Jeffreys Bay, takes on the defending event champ in E.Ewing. Goofy versus regular, Brazil versus Australia, with a shot at making it into the final here on finals day. What a classic matchup. Two different disciplines when it comes to competing and performing. Medina did get a start during the break.
Yeah, so Gabriel way up the point here. You know, these guys aren't going to want to relinquish that inside position. So Gabriel gets things started quite early. Streaking down the line here. Just keeping all that energy, keeping the board moving down the line. Takes to the air, gets the spin, and just does not quite land it. Wow. Well, some intentions shown by Gabriel Medina, and that was a huge air. And if you'd stuck this, well, the judges would have got real excited, I reckon, Joe.
Oh, definitely. We saw these heavily rewarded on the opening day. Let's see how close he came to a landing here.
Okay, so gets his takeoff spot, gets the full rotation here. Board pointing towards the shore, almost over-rotated.
They just want to keep playing and keep their competitive edge sharp with, if it's a game of cards, in between heats, just kind of always figuring out a way to win no matter what they're into. Here comes Ethan. Ewing with the drive into that big first turn. Frames it up well. Second hack. Really quick down the line. The man from Stradbrook throws a little variety with that last little wrap into the pocket. And now pacing into a power gouge to shut it down. Perfect start for E.Ewing against Gabriel Medina.
Into an incredible place on the tour here, just showing incredible form. Watch this first turn, layback jam, quick down the line, gets the second, throws even more spray. Round the corner here, tail release snap, and just keeping nice and centered as he enters that last turn. Jams on the brakes, full redirection, and just beautiful to watch here. And I guess one of the most favoured surfers on the tour in regards to style. So we watch the slow-mo here, hands perfectly positioned. And Joe, I don't think there's anyone else on the tour that compresses and extends as much or as well as Ethan does right at this moment. Just pay attention. Look how compressed he is now. Now he extends, stays compressed. He's like a spring as he's dancing down the walls on these right-handers here at J-Bay, and then throws that back arm in for that really critical direction change. The nose of the board completely buried, and he's able to just force it out as his career was developing, but he certainly has found his own flow now.
As we look at Medina just getting busy down the line to get some speed, there's that first snap right into a backhand float. Transitions just with a speed line off the top. Bigger wind up. There's this cool connection, and he was able to get there quickly on the end section. No water there to brace that fall.
As we watch the replay, so Gabby pumping for speed on the backhand. He's been the goofy foot leading the charge on finals day. Projection floater comes around this section. He's got to cut that one short. And now he squares up. Bang, hits the lip, throws a ton of spray, and then just stabs it up there really quickly for that final turn. But then the wave just troughed out, and he wasn't able to land that one. But nonetheless, some great flow on this wave, and two surfers look like they're the height of their powers.
Love his approach, changing his equipment at the previous event, still working well for him at J-Bay.
Yeah, definitely riding a lot of foam in his boards over the last few years. And I think they've just shaved that down a little bit just to get a bit more sensitivity in the rail there. Yeah.
There's the whip with that wrap off the higher line of that wave, and he'll step off. Ewing trying to back up the big score that's already come in.
Looks like Medina's going to get a sneaky one under priority.
Now Medina setting up a little snap, little inside track, smaller inside wave, but ton of speed. Throws down another nice backhand snap, coming into an air section. He ejects.
Subtle stuff that we see from Cabianca, you know, the hybrid tail and also that lower volume. This one actually got crunched, as you can see there earlier today. So the rocks come into play as well.
They certainly do. Thanks so much, Pete. Quick ride there for E.Ewing as he's trying to work on a backup, but we like the breakdown.
Just that little extra rail line can help you smoothen out the turns. As we see E.Ewing here, beautiful snaps. Comes through to this longer section, just glides over the roof of it, but caught behind, unfortunately. But let's check the slow-mo here. So very centered over his board, E.Ewing. You can see, look how compressed he is again. Just keeps all that energy. Just perfect alignment. The big drifting floater gets the board underneath his feet again.
And it's so interesting with the sport of surfing and the warm-ups to these big events. Local surfers, traveling surfers often paddle out to be right next to their heroes. I don't know if any other sport has that, where surfers are actually trying to warm up and practice. During the break, Medina got this wave.
Yeah, good-looking wave for Medina. Just spends a bit of hang time up on the lip as he streaks down the line, comes around this section. Clicks with that second to last turn, and then the final turn a little bit better. Gabriel, he's had a pretty odd year, really, when you look at results. This is another great result for him. It's been a series of ninths, the win over at Margaret River, and let's see what he delivers here.
First turn, a big whip in the pocket, and he gets stuck on the second move. Talking about the challenge of today as we watch this again.
So Medina squares up off the bottom. Nice snap to start things off, and was just...
But at Margaret River, he felt it again. He felt like he was back and truly ready to compete for a fourth world title. Medina scratches into this one and just ends up kicking out. 4:30 to go.
And will that be a defining factor in this next semi?
Ewing now takes off on this wave, a few turns down the line. Speed track will set up the float, and he'll end up going down in transition off the lip. Let's have another look. First, Ethan making a decision here.
Yeah, so Gabriel just selling it to him. Ethan had to take it. Clean snap to start things off.
And then really got going when this wave stretched out. There's the float, and then right here he's probably going, why did I take this wave?
The wave didn't look that good, but it's opened the door for Gabriel to get this one.
Now Medina, backhand float, comes down with some control, looking for something big. Let's see if he goes to the air, ends up rotating, and a tough wind direction to pull that one around. Medina definitely did a good job on the cell.
Yeah, so Medina streaking down the line, gets that little lip glide, float up, setting up for the big maneuver. The stance widens, takes to the air, but I mean, you couldn't ask for a more difficult wind to perform this maneuver, and you can see the board just fluttering under him. He did well to control it and keep it under his feet to this point, but
this wave that's coming out the back looks like it might be too late. A few lines out there and we'll shut it down. E.Ewing, undefeated against Medina in 2023, has now moved to the final in back-to-back seasons at Jeffreys Bay, and has also clinched a spot in the WSL Final 5.